Hello YouTubers, I'm Carbengo and welcome again for a new episode of Let's Play Warship Gunner 2. Today's mission will be Blistering Sun. Blistering Sun. Oh ho ho, it's gonna be hot. Yes, prediction weather is sunny. Lieutenant Nagy, what's the status of the Pacific Fleet? The second Pacific Fleet, which was taking up the front, has suffered the heaviest damage. The scope of destruction is unknown, but casualties are increasing rapidly. Was that the assault craft that invaded Hawaii? Report states that there is a giant bomber and a giant ship. One report says that the enemy ship that launched the sudden attack traveled at a speed of over 80 knots? Wow, that's fast. What? 80 knots? That's impossible! Indeed. Is this confirmed? I don't know, however, the damage to the second fleet has been verified. This can't be true. Weisenberger, that fox! This must be why he was so confident. So where are these giant weapons now? The giant bomber retreated after bombing at base in California. The base has reportedly suffered major damage. The giant ship is currently engaged in battle with the 1st and 3rd Pacific Fleets. It looks like the Allied forces are completely outgunned. So what are our ship's orders from HQ? First, we're to rescue the weakened 2nd Fleet, which is currently under the attack from our regular enemy ships. Lieutenant Commander Werner's ships will be joining us in this mission. Werner? When did he come along? Don't be too hard on me, sir. I'm looking forward to seeing how the two of you have grown as captains. There are signs that submarines have been deployed in the area. Brown, she's all about submarines, that girl. Make sure to prepare for anti-submarine warfare. Alright, all hands to battle station. Okay, contrary to what you expect, I am not gonna engage in battle right now. I've made a test run of the next mission, and I realized I was fairly underpowered. I didn't manage to beat the mission with the Jormungand as it is right now, but I feel I can do better by upgrading my technology and finally acquiring a cruiser. So I'll do some training mission and collect some funds and make some research. Then I'll come back and I'll design a new cruiser right before your eyes. I'll be back in an instant. And we are back, viewers. I just did a bunch of training missions to grind some funds, and I invested them in R&D. I did massive researches. I invested something like 100,000 pounds in research, and now I have the technology to finally design my first cruiser. Let's design a new vessel. First, choose the hull type. I want a cruiser. I have the so far I've researched only first stage of cruiser, but it will be enough for my purposes. I have to choose between 4 hulls. Those might all look identical in appearance, but they have different architecture and different weight limits and endurance. For example, the Japanese one, as you can see, has a major advantage in endurance, while the German cruiser has better weight limit. The idea already is to not get hit, so I believe I'll get the German cruiser. Despite being more fragile than the other hulls, I like the German cruiser because it's a tall hull. For example, if I were to choose the Japanese cruiser, the hull wouldn't go above the height of the rear deck, and it's a problem because you will see. First, I want to install my engines. Okay. 10 or 12 pieces will do. Let's put the turbines. that should do it. And now what I want, structure, forward bridge. Because I'm stressed by weight and room on the deck, I'll choose the Japanese bridge, which is much compact than all the others, especially the German one if you have seen this. I'll put also structure draft bridge. Dun 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 dun. Well, Japanese will do. Let's put a chimney, smokestacks if you will. German smokestack, feet for 60. Regarding all the smokestacks, the shoes is pretty much aesthetical, majorly. Just pick one that look good for you. I'll show you some models. Of course, because you're mixing 4 different nations design, your ship will end up looking like a patchwork, but if you're allergic to mix-ups, you can focus on one nation. However, you will lose the advantage of using the most effective parts overall. Next, I want weapons. Main gun. Should I put 25 or 20s? I'll take the 20s because they are lighter. I'll put some torpedoes. A single cluster of 7-barreled 61cm torpedoes will do. If you put torpedoes in parallel like that, you will only fire one side at a time, but you will have double the ammunition. However, you will also double the weight of the whole assembly. Let's drop it right there. Armor isn't that important. $40cm. Oh no. Weapons, it's time to put some machine guns all around. Yes, 40mm machine guns is the largest machine guns you can place. Later you will be able to put CWYS assemblies. Let's not forget to put the system ones. Starting with starting with sonar and radar. Next I will put an electronic targeting. Advanced targeting system that use radar to define target position, improve the accuracy of auto-fire. It's a good defensive equipment. Auto-reload system, improve the rate of fire overall. Attack system. Auto countermeasures. See, remember when I talked to you about the blue slots in the weapon slot? Let's get back there. See, there is only one blue weapon slot for now. Now I will equip defensive the auto countermeasures, and lo and behold, I have 2 blue slots, and that's good if you want multiple automatic defensive weapons. And as such, I will add 10 centimeters anti-aircraft guns. That looks great. Back to the systems. Night vision, pretty self-explanatory, but I don't need that. I see well enough in the dark. Jammers, autofire. I'll always start with autofire extinguisher. They will become obsolete later in the game, but they are pretty much a good defensive equipment for now. Forward thruster, backward thruster. Backward thruster is the equivalent of forward thruster, but in reverse. And bow jet thruster, system exhaust, just a water bow. Briefly accelerate the turn. It's roughly to reduce your turning radius. But the problem is all these 3 systems are separated systems and need each slot need a slot for each one. Later in the game, you will acquire an equipment that fulfill the duties of all 3 of those pieces for the price of 1 slot. I have 1 slot remaining. What should I put there? Electronic jamming device. Detect enemy radar frequency and limiting enemy target accuracy. Oof. I'm not a fan of electronic jamming. However, I very much want the bow jet thruster just to have more maneuverability. And finally the forward thrusters. That should do. Armors. Should I put some more armor or not? No. Maybe I have enough room to add 2 more boilers. However, the gain of the speed gain isn't that much, so not worth it. Not worth it. I can put 1 more turret for the price of 2 nodes. Decisions. How about 1, 2. If I can have more torpedoes, the more the merrier. Because on this ship, torpedoes will be my main weapon, not the guns. Okay, all good. And finally, if I can find the place, structures, launcher. A novelty with the cruiser, I can attach a catapult, but I need to find some room on my ship to do so. Where to? I want to place it somewhere it doesn't look silly, but functionality before elegance, I suppose. Yep. Oh, silly me, I forget to the most important weapons. Mines. Depth charge launcher. I will have to put it in place of the catapult. I won't whatever, I don't need the planes anyway. But just for the sake of showing you airplanes. Structure. Launcher. Maybe I can place it in front. Oh, it would look so silly over there, but whatever. Aircrafts. I can create 2 different air wings. I researched some plane. I love the details on every plane. They did a very good job modeling every plane. And you can clearly identify them when they fly on the map during a mission. I like the looks of this aircraft in particular. This is an hydroplane made on the base of the famous Zero Fighter. Allied report name Ruffy. This was a stopgap plane created because the Japanese suffered a lack of available airfield during the Pacific War. And you can see those are fighters, but they are equipped with machine guns. And no, those are interceptors, sorry, they are equipped with machine guns to intercept aircrafts. Those are fighters. Serran, equipped with 20mm machine guns and 100-pound bombs. Those aircraft will first and foremost fight enemy ships, but if needed they can fend for themselves and engage enemy aircrafts. New Serran. Fit for night vision. You can see each airplane is defined by its speed, its range, its ability to fly by night or heavy weather, and its endurance or HP. Each weapon is defined by its damage, range, burst, and available rounds before the aircraft has to land to reload. Wow, that's quite a heavy plane. Scout planes, specifically those aircraft have a long range and can fight submarines. Fisher. Sea Oak. Oh well. Problem is, I can only embark 1 plane on this hull. I don't know what to take aboard. I'll take an interceptor, whatever. Walrus. What's the best? Well, Walrus. Quantity only 1. I can separate my aircraft in 2 groups, A or B. Each one can be launched and retrieved individually, so you are not bound to launch all your planes at once, which is nice. I said Walrus. Thank you. So options. I will change the name of my ship. Once again, let's take inspiration from the Norse mythology. Yes, Sleipnir, the eight-legged horse of Odin. Remember Final Fantasy, guys? Yes. Still the one and only Kingdom of Wilka flag. Anything else? Alright. Design down. Behold, the Sleipnir. Okay. Now, I suppose I'll go to battle with my brand new Sleipnir. Blistering Sun. Intercept the Imperial fleet.